Scrappy Peeps, Susanna here today for ThermOWeb, and I'm sharing with you this liquid-based layout that I created using my ThermOWeb goodies, particularly with the Glitz glitter gel. I used as my liquid theme a water park, and this design is loosely based on something I saw somewhere, an ad somewhere. I think it must have been on Pinterest, and so I created using a digital cut file my own stencils. And these stencils I'm going to apply, this is Brilliant Blue Glitz Glitter Gel through the stencil, and I'm going to create a variegated look. So I'm going to start here with the blue, and then I'm going to clean off my palette knife so that I don't get any blue in the white. So wipe that down really well. And now I've got white, and I'm going to drag the white from the top, well, probably from about 2/3 of the way down to the very end of each of these water droplets to create that variegated look. And just trying to get a clean swipe. I have leftover, and I know I can use this and not have to wipe it off. And so I'm going to put that on my other set of droplets there. So I have two stencils, each with a slightly different design to work with the design, the overall design of my page. Again, I'm going to do the same thing here. I've got purple tape holding down my hand self-cut stencil. I have extra. I'm going to put that back in the jar. Again, wipe it off really, really well, and then pick up some white and create that variegated look there. So it starts dark and then gets a lot lighter. Because of the placement of these, it was a little bit harder to get them as variegated as I want. So I'm going to have to go back into my blue, you can see there, just to add a little bit more depth and darkness to the pointy ends of each of those little water droplets there, or splashes as I'm calling them. So I'm going to pull off the stencil so that it doesn't dry to the paper, because it is a paper stencil. I am not using a plastic stencil. And I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to be very patient, and I'm going to be very good, because I know a lot of my design I actually want to put onto this. So just carefully pull this away, and voila! So then off camera, oh, I did make a little bit of a mess because it's a paper stencil. I did get a little bit underneath the stencil, so I'm just using, this is a Vicky Bouton tool, or just a metal tool. Fine tip tool will get in there to just scrape that away. So I have, so this is pre-designed actually, the two pieces of pattern paper and then the blue circle from pattern paper. So they're kind of like circles with squares added to the end of them, sort of like speech bubbles. So that, and I'm just using scraps here. So that is going to be the basis for where I'm going to nestle the one photo, and then you can see scattered throughout my desk, that is just all LE Studio goodies. So I store my extra LE Studio in their tea bag storage containers, and so I've got blue in one, red in another, and so literally all I had to do was pull my blue drawer for the most part, and then I had all of these goodies to work with. I like to have something that grounds my page, and so I just have this ripped strip of, I think it's crepe paper, from the Summer Getaway collection, I want to say. It's from my Tuesday morning stash. And I want to line up this particular label with that straight line underneath that wave pattern paper there, just for guide your eye all the way down the page, and then that way with it lined up it creates some symmetry to the page. So my photo is going to go there. That is just a photo of my daughter and I. You know, I think it's funny, I think CHA 2 years ago, last year, I did one with a Gina K product with the pineapples and the oranges, and she's standing in a water tube. That was for, I designed that for ThermOWeb, and this is the same place that we're at, only this is a picture of her and I. So new to the latest creativation is this giant roll, I think it's 15 feet of foam. So I'm sure you've seen my videos and seen that I use a ton of foam to pop things up. I like to mention on my page. So I have a little tab running. So this is the start of the foam this particular day, and I've got that written down in my planner, and I want to see how long this 15 feet of foam lasts me, because I know that a roll of the Gina K foam lasts me probably about a month. So I'm hoping this lasts a little longer. It is a lot on the bigger side, probably not for traveling, but I haven't been going to crops anyway. So using a lot of this foam to pop things up, and as well as my Gina K runner, dot runner is the other adhesive that I like to use. I do use a lot of liquid adhesive, the Ultra Bond, but I am not using it here because these are smaller elements that are just perfect with foam and my dot runner. I don't need any more liquid here. The page is already a little bit warped from the Glitz glitter gel there. So I am also going to apply Sequins. I have a tub that you'll see me pull out, and I'm going to use my Zots dots to adhere those. I really like this foam compared to the Gina K because it is a lot easier to peel the backing off of, and it is equally as sticky, which is super nice. So I've only used it, this is the beginning of my use of that, but I will let you know my overall synopsis as to whether I'm going to stick with the Gina K or buy more of this giant 15-foot iDeco roll. So this is my blue sequins mix, as well as some clear. So I literally just pick it up, stick it on my Zot, and then stick it down to the page. Super easy and really effective. I have had no problems with this at all. You could also use your Ultra Bond as well. That's another way that I've done it. But I like this because I feel like you can't break the bond the way that you can break the bond on the liquid adhesive with a smaller, more solid subject matter like the Sequins. So I am going to finish this off with these Sequins, and that is going to wrap it up. It's a really simple layout to put together in many ways. I think the longest thing was really formulating the design and cutting out those weird odd shapes, and then letting the Glitz glitter gel dry. But really, if you're patient and step away, that's fine. So I'm going to journal underneath that spot to just kind of close that down. But in the meantime, I want to put a title on this, and it's just going to be super simple, and it's going to be Splash. So these are old Chili Bean letters, and again, they're a darker blue, just to pull in a little bit more of that darker blue on the page here. There's a lot of that brighter, more brilliant blue, the blue that coordinates with the Glitz glitter gel, and I have a fair amount of that too in the Sequins, but I wanted a little bit more of this darkness to pull in a little bit more of the balance of the lighter and darker elements. So I only had one S, so I'm going to cut that 8 to turn it into another S. And I really liked it there, and I liked it there, but I ended up putting it at the top of the photo because I knew I wanted to journal in the space between that piece of pattern paper there and that bottom card that I had reserved for my journaling, and knew that I try and tell lengthier stories rather than just a sentence. So I'm toying with all sorts of ideas to incorporate this onto that wavy paper, and I should have just stuck it there because it does actually fill that. It looks sort of empty now, but it also looks good here. I mean, there's no reason I couldn't have put it in any of those 3 places there, but this is what I went with, and I think the reason I went with this again was because it just needed a little bit more to finalize the top of that water shape there. So that's my quote-unquote liquid layout for ThermOWeb to go with the theme this week. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. I hope you've enjoyed this process video. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Take care.